We're here at the Nike store, one of my favorite athletics outlets. The chart looks great, and we're going to break it down. So let's go.
And so here we have the chart for Nike. So I have put this on to start with the 6 month time frame. So we're looking at where things are on the half year. I did check the 12 month and there doesn't seem to be anything. So I think we'll start on the 6 month and work down. So starting on the 6 month, what can we see? I think there's an interesting level that we can mark out there. So I'll make that white. I'll put the all-time high up here and make this green. And we've pretty much got an all-time low down here at this price back in 1980. If anyone's still holding on to that, well done. I mean, 24 cents is probably considered quite a good entry. Those we've got. What else do we have from a level perspective? I think there's a really interesting one there that we can have marked out. So I'll make that white. And then going further down, what do we have? We're looking all the way back to 2011 here. We've got one there. And then there's a few around here, but I think ultimately going down to that level is probably not likely to happen unless Nike go full meltdown. I don't think we'll see a price down there. However, we have some really interesting ranges here. So going from the 6 month, we'll drop down to the 3 month to see what we can see, and immediately that level sticks out to me as quite an interesting one. And then the previous 3 month candles here are really interesting, which I will mark here. What else can we see? I think there's a really nice one there that we've got. If we come up here, so we're really high time frame on this 3 month. What else? That I think could be considered quite a key level. Look at that, we've got 3 candle closes all there. So if we mark that, and coincidentally that is where the price is currently at, so we have a potential imminent level. And then finally I think we can mark out this one. As we can see, this worked out absolutely perfectly, this level. We can see really long consolidation against here. We've seen this act as support before an impulse, and lo and behold, all the way up here and down, and this was support. So this 52 level is definitely one that I think is interesting. So from the 3 month, we can drop down onto the 1 month and see what can we see. So I think if we take this level, we can move this around slightly, and we can move this just under, capture some really nice things there. That is just wonderful. We can put a monthly level here just on this candle. We can go up, and is there anything up here that grabs me? There's an interesting one there that we can mark out. Look at the size of the candles in this area. This is a very big liquidity zone, as is this. This is a really interesting zone. What else can we see if we zoom in? Is there anything that jumps out at me? Not particularly. This was a zone where I was hoping to find something, because this is quite a big zone, all the way from 98 up to 132. It would be nice to find something in that range, but nothing sticks out at me. Yeah, nothing on the monthly. However, I think what would be quite interesting is if we look at this entire structure here. So if we'll go from here across. Where do we see a lot of volume? So this area here is obviously quite a key zone, as is this 3 month level, which we can see has acted as really strong support before. And as you can see, there's some nice volume up around here, but ultimately this is quite strong. On a potential retest, this looks interesting. So let's go into the weekly and see if we can find some potential entries for this. Now, this is a beautiful little structure. As we can see, come down, retest, push up, and it's pushing back into this range. As we can see, this 3-month level that it's really pushing for. A gain of this would probably see us range a little bit in here, and then once we gain this, you can see just the sheer amount of liquidity and how quickly things move. So this would likely move from here all the way up to here quite quickly. I think if we look at if we get our FRVP and we go over this range here, we can potentially see some short-term trading opportunities. So if we go from here across to here, what can we see? Yeah, so this zone here, I think if you're looking for potential reaction zones, that is an interesting spot. As we can see, 62 just below that 3-month level. Similarly, we have an interesting volume spike here, and another one down here. So if we mark that out, and then going up, what do we have? Big volume spike there and there, so slightly above, but as you can see, look at this, very little volume in this range. So what I will do is I will get a box, and if we go from here up to here, and I will just click settings and we'll extend it both ways across. We'll make the box slightly darker, and we will do that, the opacity a little bit, and we'll put a middle line in, but I don't want it to be purple. We'll put a black middle, we'll put a white middle line in, actually. I like white. Right, okay, so some interesting zones there on the short term. So as we can see, came down, really pushed up. So immediate thoughts, as we can see, a really strong candle from this came down, looked to close some of this, and then pushed up. I think before I touch this, I'd want to see a gain of this level. I want to see it gain and hold, range a little bit, but I would get very excited about this stock if you were able to break this 82. Because I think if we broke this 82, you would then see quite a strong run up to at least 91.93, 94.14, and 98.23. If we zoom out, yeah, we can see a nice little run up. Again, a big liquidity zone up here. What does this look like if we go from a daily perspective? Yeah, you can see it came, closed a little bit of this gap, and if you look, and this is why I think it's quite important to look at things on the daily, is especially stocks where you have open and closes, crypto where the candles are a lot more consistent because you don't get open and closes. But if you look, typically you'd expect to see some of this gap, but if you look at the top of this candle, lines up perfectly with where it retraced from, so you can see that this area isn't a void because you have had price action here. That's a interesting looking candle, quite strong. Would be, yeah, keeping an eye on this pre-market to see if it can breach and hold this level. But yeah, I'd be quite bullish. I'd be quite bullish on Nike if it gains. Yeah, I think if you're looking at this stock and debating whether to put it on your watch list, I think just do it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, let me know if you're trading Nike. Let me know what entries and exits you're potentially looking at, and yeah, I'll join you for the next one. Thank you.